he ain't the pappy. Yeah, it turns out he wasn't my granddad at all. He passed, but apparently the real one has been dead for like about 40 years. Okay, let's get into it real quick. So it all began with the word of God. He said, be fruitful and multiply. My grandma had said, say less. And boom, my 3 aunties were created. However, were they created equally is the question. Of course they were. They were equally loved, all of them. But all of them have different daddies. So let's get into my mom story real quick right now. So her dad, his name is Leicester. However, when it comes to him being a dad, he wasn't all that great for my mom. He was a bit more absent. He definitely wasn't, here. Oh, when it came to being present in his daughter's life. He was about, I don't even know how old he was. That goes to show you how much I really didn't care about this man. Ugh. It's not like we had any bad blood. I mean, there's definitely other people who I would definitely hold in higher regard, but he wasn't like somebody who I wished horrible things on, you know what I mean? But he is gone. I shouldn't speak ill of the dead. But he was born in the South to his 2 parents. I don't know who they were. We're going to call them Millie and Augustus. That raised him in the country, sticks somewhere in the South anyway. And somehow through all of that weirdness or whatever his growing, I can't even really quite describe the man. I don't even know that too much about him. So it's like, that wasn't even really anything to really mourn, honestly. But I made a video about it. Oh, you can come in. What's up? What's that? Oh, my clothes, right. Sorry about that. Yeah, I have to wash that. All right, I left that in there. That's not like me to leave that in there. In a minute. I think I got like about maybe, I got 30. I will. Well, anyway, since he lived in the country south of bum wherever, we don't know. He just spawned from the ground, whatever. We'll say that he just popped out of the ground like a carrot. Ended up meeting my grandma, Bunny. Yeah, her name is Bunny. Anyway, ended up meeting my grandma Bunny somewhere in the south of Arkansas. Okay, and boom, bam, blah 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 blah. She ends up pregnant at age, I don't know. She was like, y'all know time was really crazy back then. So I think at the time that she had got pregnant, she was 17 or 16. Like my grandma really got around the time. As I said, the Lord said, be fruitful and multiply. And she took that quite literally and said, say less. Okay. And from there, dear Grandad, Leicester, took the initiative as father of all 3 daughters, which he had no son. I don't even think he actually has a son, to be honest, with his other wife. He may, I don't know. Anyway, he took on ownership and gave them his last name. A very wonderful fatherly thing to do. Took initiative, I will definitely say that. But that's pretty much it. He just gave him his name and that was it. A little while later, he became really despondent to his children, quote unquote, and really didn't contribute to anything else. He was very absentee in their whole entire lives. Moving on to my grandma. Somehow, she had met my grandpa, Leicester, whoever, I don't even know how in the world they even met. It was in the time that he was serving in Vietnam, so it's around that time right there. I don't know too much about Vietnam. I forget the time frame. I could Google it, but I don't feel like doing that. It's a little bit late. But he was away during military duties, as one did around that time. I think he also got drafted. Ooh, the draft. Ghetto. And during that time when he was, during the draft in his military service, he ended up sometime with my grandma. However, grandma was getting around. She was ready to eat for everyone. I can say that. That's my grandma. I love her though. But she was getting around like a bunny, because that's Grandma Bunny, and ended up having altercations, not only with him, but other men as well. So at the time, my Aunt Lisa, she the second born? I believe she's the second born. Yeah, my Aunt Lisa's the second born. So my Aunt Merlin and my Aunt Lisa both were born around the time, of course. And then my mom was the last one. Technically, they have 4. That's my Uncle Wayne. But we won't get into that topic anytime soon right now, because you always know about Uncle Wayne. He's really cool though. He's cool. You'll get to know him maybe later in the future. I hope he's all right. I ain't talked to him in some years. Anyway, I'm getting off on tangent. Anyway, boom, arrives my mom. A wonderful high yellow ball of joy. Growing up the whole entire years and living with the fact that her father was just despondent and not as receptive as a father should be. Basically, he, again, was very absent in their lives. I'm not sure why. I don't even know why in the way he wanted to claim them if he wasn't going to be in their lives like that. I mean, like, gave them their last name and everything and wasn't even there. What a shame. Moving on several years, around the time that my mom is around 19, she starts questioning my grandma Bunny about, her dad and everything. I mean, granted, Leicester and my mom look alike, definitely look alike. And my grandma, she like really, really squatty body, but apparently she was like squatty body and thick back in the day. So apparently that's how she was getting all the men's. She was getting around, y'all. She was getting around. It was definitely a hot girl summer before it became a thing. It definitely was. Definitely was. But anyway, she was questioning my grandma about certain things in her life and was finding herself as a woman and trying to understand her dad and why he was so despondent, like, to all of his children. And apparently he had his own thoughts and ideas that those kids, my mom, my aunt Lisa, and my aunt Merlin, were not his. But they loved him and treated him like a father because he was the only man that they ever knew in their whole entire lives. Completely ever. But that didn't keep him from being just despondent to them. And of course, also getting a new wife. He got a whole entire family, made a whole entire new family, and gave all of his time and energy to them. Now, do I begrudge this man? I don't. I really can't. Do I begrudge him from my mom? I don't, because she's already mourned him. She already mourned him like she was like in her 20s, moving into her 30s. She had already kind of like, cut him off as a person because he wasn't going to change. If it didn't change then, he wasn't going to change now. So then my Aunt Lisa kind of took to him more, I guess, because she's a very wonderful, kind, loving person. Like my Aunt Lisa, she deserves the world. She deserves a crown of gold and diamonds. A wonderful human being. Like, give my auntie roses. She's great. She's just a great, wonderful, strong black woman. Absolutely. And while my mom was questioning the whole entire situation between her dad and why he was despondent, she ended up asking, like, is Lee Sister her real dad? My grandma and a lot of people around that generation and her age were very close-lipped. It took everything to the grave. Luckily, grandma is still around, so there was plenty of time to ask plenty of questions. And ask them she did. But that wouldn't pick up any steam until a few decades later. Let's speed it up. Here comes Christmas, December 25th, 2023. Yeah. Actually, it was a few days before Christmas, so I'm being so dramatic anyway. So it came a little while before my cousin Nene. They ain't a real name, but like, we in the community, we got a few names for everyone. We want to use everybody's real name. We use nicknames. That's your real name is your nickname. It'd be kind of weird if I call you by your real name. Anyway, Nene, my favorite cousin, devised an interesting plan. Now, this wasn't because like she wanted to get some information out of my grandma because of this right here, but she kind of wanted to know some answers. I'm pretty sure it's like a baseline of that right there. So she ended up getting a DNA test from Ancestry.com. And this is not a promotion. This is not sponsoring anything about Ancestry.com. I would definitely say if you are black like me, black like that, okay? Do not use Ancestry.com because it will give you the most basic generic, results when it comes to like where you come from. Use African Ancestry DNA test right there. It's more expensive, but they have more haplo groups and you can definitely get a better result in an actually specific tribe in a specific country within the motherland. Okay, do that if you're gonna do anything. Okay, but moving on. Nanny had got the DNA test, asked for my mom to swab, and allowed for my other aunties to swab as well. So they sent in the results. Everybody else got their results except for my mom. She was kind of the last person to get it, and she had got it like on January 3rd. So that time right there, everybody had some time to stew and be like, wait, hold on, why are you matching up with so and so and so and so? And my aunt Merlin, she matched up with somebody completely different. And then my aunt Lisa, who my family assumed she may have had a different dad. Apparently she do. And she matched up with somebody completely different. And apparently her real dad is a doctor. No. He's a professor at a college, still alive. Moving on to my mom, her real biological dad is dead. Like he gone. Like he real gone. And he died at 40. So when my mom was in her 20s, he had died around the time. Yeah, he died around the time. It's crazy. It's wild. So come to find out during all his DNA tests and everything, we find out that he has people in Arizona and he also has a few people over here in our state. But apparently somehow my grandma had got around to the point of being like, oh yeah, Lee's sister ain't your daddy. He was never the daddy. He ain't the pappy. I was shocked because I did a whole entire video saying like, I mourn this man, yada yada, it's cool, it's whatever. Come to find out he ain't even my real granddad. I'm not even mad though because he did pass from dementia. That's a real thing, y'all. Don't treat dementia lightly. But he did pass from that. May the dead rest. Even though he did a lot of resting and being not attentive to my mom or my aunts. So that is that. But anyway, couldn't find out he ain't the pappy. And my mama got a whole different daddy. And he gone, and he had a son. Apparently he gone too. He had reached like age 41, and he dead. So I'm like, when in the world killed off these men? Because one, I'm like, if I'm related to these guys, which I think I am, then what killed them? I should probably have to know. Is it only a male thing? Because like, I'm getting up there in the years. I still got strong knees like Meg, and I want to keep it that way. But come to find out, if I'm gonna be hit with something before I'm 40, I'd like to know. But apparently everyone in my family on my mom's side, they have different dads, and my grandma had a lot of explaining to do. Bunny, my dear sweet grandma Bunny, you was definitely multiplying like a rabbit. You was doing a little bit too much, but I can't blame you, grandma. I can't blame you. I still love you, and so did the whole neighborhood. Anyway, oh, but yeah, that man ain't my granddaddy, y'all. He ain't my granddaddy. I ain't beat up about it, but my mom found a little bit of information, and she was, this is all, we all been kikiing. It's fine. This is upper public information. This is for public consumption. Everyone's fine. So this is all laughs, giggles, and stuff. So, I mean, like, feel free to laugh. Like, definitely. But y'all, it's been an absolute ride. It's been fun. It's been fun on the bun, finding out that they all have different dads, and grandma got around, which we definitely knew because she had kids very early. And here we are, her progeny, just doing our thing, and her line continues to be very strong. Thank you, grandma. Thank you. And Lee's sister is now a memory, and no one cares about him anymore. But the memories that I do have of him, I will definitely take that he was a really good gardener. And I did learn a few things from him, and he did plant out some bushes in front of my family's home that have outlasted him and have been around much more longer than he has, and have been dedicated through the summer, spring, winter, and fall. Damn, wow. But anyway, I love my granddad, maybe, but I would have liked to meet the real one. It'd been a very interesting conversation, and apparently he has family out there. We'll connect one day, maybe, who knows, it's not that important. But yep, that's the story. That's not my real granddad. Lee's sister is not the baby. He wasn't. But yeah, have you had a crazy little thing about ancestry.com? Be careful if you do get ancestry.com, because it may start summoning your family and skeletons may be drawn out the closet. So in the meantime, taking a bit of your time. This is a really quick video. Thank you for sitting through this, watching it, and interacting. Thank you, babe. Thank you. But yeah, taking a bit of your time. This is my granddaddy. And yeah. Anyway, I'm taking a bit of your time. Thank you. But I'll catch you later. All right, later.